Clearly one of the biggest problems we've got in Australia is that most non-Indigenous Australians never sit down and have a talk to an Indigenous Australian.
As an organisation, we made the decision that we really wanted to understand more about Indigenous Australia and really kick off an education program within our business and for our people. So that was sort of the first step that we took, and we've had a number of programs that we've put in place within our organisation to really lift that understanding, that education of Indigenous Australia and what it means for our business, what it means for our broader community and what it means for Australia.
Welcome to Country is one of the programs I've seen which most effectively overcomes that fundamental barrier.
Right from the starting point of the person that was hosting the whole program and facilitating most of the visits and discussions was an Aboriginal guy in his 30s and talking about life as an Australian. For him, 5 minutes in, I'm already learning 50 new things. So that was amazing, and then the interactions we had along the way, kind of getting the size of the challenges that some of that community face and what they're doing about it, and wanting to, your natural reaction is we can help there, or we can help there, and we can do this, and understanding that's possibly not the best solution and what is it that they're really looking for. That was a highlight for me. And the second one was something we did here when we had a music show. We had Archie Roach come in and tell their stories through song, and that was very powerful. That's something that employees have still asked about more than a year later, I think now. But having that here, I just remember people thinking, we basically had a rock concert here at work. That's pretty cool to start with. And then to hear about the Stolen Generation from a Stolen Generation individual, that's money can't buy experience.
If you don't ever meet people, you can only ever know them through the media. And most of the people who are creating the media haven't met Indigenous people either. So the Welcome to Country, that was a small but extremely effective and valuable program.
Having that connection over a long period of time and having that credibility with Indigenous Australia has been absolutely important for us, because we've come into this the last couple of years without a lot of experience. So to be able to leverage the experience from One Day Hill has been fantastic in terms of how you go about this and what's the best way to do it.
Well, you probably know me as a journalist and a storyteller, but it was working in my role as the CEO of Ian Thorpe's Found for Youth, a not-for-profit that works with children on literacy, that I really came to One Day Hill. It was a collaborative idea of song storytellers who wanted to take these iconic songs of Australian history and share them among all Australian children. And One Day Hill gave us the way of doing that. So we had Paul Kelly and Kev Carmody from Little Things, Big Things Grow. Archie Roach's song, They Took the Children. Neil Murray and Shane Howard, songs of the country and of the way Aboriginal and non-Indigenous people have been together for over 2 centuries, the space between us and the ways that we could come together.
And we're absolutely focused as an organisation around employment and education. The ability to really partner up with One Day Hill on the publishing side of things has added another dimension for our organisation, for our people. So they've been a terrific partner to work with.
All of these collaborations are partly about the highest quality of artistic endeavour, but they're also about people collaborating in a way that we hear one another, respect one another, and we've had so much fun over this 10 years. It has been the most enjoyable work of my lifetime, because it taps down into the things that matter the most to so many people, and I think we've contributed something. It has never been driven only by trying to make books that top bestseller lists. We have inadvertently produced bestsellers by getting the value system right. I think it's One Day Hill's value system that shapes almost everything that we've done together.